meet you. If you don't know me, my name is Rarbin, aka Red Pandas. I am a content creator over on Twitch. I stream a lot of gaming, art, we sing sometimes. The purpose of this video is I wanted to share a little bit of my experience. If this is for you, I'm just gonna say that it'll find you for a reason. I myself have been going through a lot with my family. We have been struggling for the past 2 years, and I get a lot of different signs and synchronicities, confirmation from God or spirit or whatever you may believe in. But today was very significant. We have been waiting on our breakthrough for a very, very long time. And today was kind of messy. Everyone woke up kind of congested, not feeling too well, super tired, exhausted. So we had plans for today, but it didn't wind up working out. So I wound up coming back home. And currently, where we reside, it's really hard to get parking at certain times of the day. So I had to stay outside for about an hour or two trying to find somewhere to just park and come back in the house. So as I'm outside, yesterday there was a dead squirrel in front of my car when I parked. Now, I usually take things into consideration and I take things as a sign, depending on how I'm feeling in the moment. So I looked at the dead squirrel and my first thought wasn't negative, and it shouldn't be negative for you. When you see any dead animal that's around you or in front of you, it catches your attention. It's a sign of rebirth or like a death of a cycle, right? So I took that into consideration and I was like, okay, maybe, something's gonna happen soon to where things are gonna start changing for me and my family. Like maybe the struggle will be over soon or something like that. So today, like I said, I was stuck outside looking for a parking. So I was outside for a good hour and I was sitting in a corner spot with my hazards on, and I was parked next to the dead squirrel that I had seen yesterday. And a crow had landed next to the dead squirrel, and my first thought was like, oh my god, he's gonna start eating it. I don't want to see that. Like, I already felt bad for the squirrel already. I made friends with the squirrels in this neighborhood. I scream at them every morning and I'm like, good morning, squirrel, But the crow looked at the squirrel and he kind of circled it. And I felt like he looked at me because I'm sitting directly on the corner. Like, I'm sitting diagonal from where the squirrel was. And he turned and looked at me and he started walking towards my car. And I was like, oh, okay. Next thing you know, 2 more crows land. They do the same thing. They circle the squirrel and they start heading towards the sidewalk where I was parked. And I was like, okay, this is weird. So now 3 crows are sitting there, and where I was parked, there's like a bunch of seeds and whatnot on the ground. So the crows had came near my car and they were eating the seeds right in front of my car. And I was like, okay. 2 more crows had landed. So now we're sitting here at 5 crows. I think another one was around, but I couldn't really see it. So I was like, okay, this is about 5 or 6 crows that's sitting in front of my car. And this isn't the first time I've had crows near my car. They've gotten close and personal to my car. They've gotten close and personal to me. They've stood on my car. They've stood next to my car. They've walked with me. It's weird. It was one of those moments where I was like, okay, I need to look this up. So I had to move my car because I saw a parking available, or at least I thought I did, but it wasn't. And there's supposed to be a street sweep today, so I couldn't park on the side where I was. I moved and all the crows disappeared. They all flew away. They went about their business. And I was like, okay. In the meantime, though, I had looked up on my phone what it meant to see this many crows. I parked in front of the garage of where I'm currently staying, and over in that area there are two areas with grass and flowers and whatnot. Not much to look at, but it's grass and flowers, right? So I'm parked there and I'm reading what I had found on the search of the crows. And the search was telling me like it's a significant thing. Seeing X amount of crows could mean different things. It could have spiritual messages. It could be a sign. So pay attention to how many crows are around you. So as I'm sitting there reading, the crows came back. One crow landed in a planter, and he stood there and he looked at me and he started picking at the ground. Two more crows came, then one, and then another one landed next to my car, and he was walking back and forth by my car. So it's back to 5 crows, and there was one on the building, so it's about 6. So I looked up videos, I looked up different things, and what they had said was seeing 5 or 6 crows means financial opportunities and successful business gains are on the way. And it made me cry because we've been struggling financially for the longest time. So getting those messages and confirmations really just touched me, and it got me really excited because think about it. You see the dead squirrel, and oh, I didn't even mention the other part. I was driving to take my brother to school, right? So yesterday we saw the dead squirrel. This morning I was driving, traffic was awful. I couldn't make it down the street in enough time to get him to school on time. Plus he wasn't feeling good anyway, so we're taking him to the doctor. But there was a billboard. There was a billboard sign with a squirrel on it. Like, it was the ad on the billboard. The ad had a squirrel on it. And I didn't pay attention to what the ad said. Don't ask me because I don't remember. I don't know. But there was a squirrel on it. And I was like, oh, okay, another message, another sign. It's a squirrel, right? Because squirrels mean creativity, new beginnings, da-da-da-da-da. So I was like, okay. Then I get these crows. And then the message on like what I looked up about how many crows and why so many, blah, blah, blah. Right after I read this message, I kid you not, a few minutes later, somebody comes out and moves their car. So I had a parking, and all of the crows disappeared. They all flew away. They left. Like, I didn't see a single crow in sight. So my message to you, if you have gotten to this point of the video, first of all, thank you for watching. I really appreciate if you liked and shared. I felt that someone else may need to hear it. I needed to share it. If you've been struggling, if you've been having a hard time, if you just feel like your back's against the wall or you feel stuck, you feel absolutely stuck, because I know I have, good things are on the way. And things are about to change. And you should be excited. You should be super excited. Things are going to be great. This December is going to be awesome. You'll be celebrating with friends and family. You'll be traveling. I'm manifesting it for you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us both. Because, Buki, this year has been messy. This year has been really messy, but I'm trusting the journey with God. I'm trusting His guidance. I'm trusting my Holy Spirits, you know? It's gonna be great. So if this resonated with you, at least I hope it did. You know, I hope to see you again in the comments and telling me, you know, if you received what you've been waiting for, because I know I'm going to update you guys. I'm excited. I'm excited! Woo! Alright, you guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.